So Def was a pinnacle force for music that changed the world.
ATL, let's turn the up.
Back in the early 90s, the South wasn't prominent.
There wasn't a lot of Southern people getting played on the radio.
LA was known for Snoop and Dr. Dre. New York, Eric B. and Rakim. So Def helped Atlanta get on the map. JD was the first person to make Atlanta really pop.
His train of thought was different than the average CEO, because he had a variety of artists. Most labels were focused on rap or just focused on R&B. He was able to do them both.
She's a rapper.
He's a diva. Devo.
Through So Def, Don Chi-Chi, Jermaine Dupri. I think that he is a major icon of our time.
The music is one part of it, but also hip-hop is a culture, and that was what Jermaine brought across.
The energy JD was putting out in the world was influential.
You know, So Def is a statement. Two fists, black power.
In Atlanta, for a lot of folks in the hood, there wasn't an outlet.
Jermaine Dupri gave me my first shot ever.
He had a way of pushing artists to emotional honesty.
It's in his DNA, that's all he knows. He's been creating hits his whole life.
So Def marked Atlanta as a hot spot of music. Like, hello, we're talented, and we have a sound and a style and a vibe that no one else possesses.
Everybody that he's touched has been successful because he put the right spirit in it.
He created a brand that people could relate to.
So Def has changed hip-hop for the world, and JD is a musical genius.
So many people know you as a hip-hop rapper, but not a lot of people know your backstory. You put a lot of people on like Criss Cross, Usher, TLC, Escape, Bow Wow. You also written for a lot of these major artists like Mariah Carey, Usher, Jay-Z, Jagged Edge. For this documentary series, is it going to be like, you know, the Jackson 5, American Dream, where you get like 3 or 4 parts to your story? Because it's a lot.
I mean, people keep asking, and I guess if you know how TV works. If the ratings are right, then I'm sure that's probably what'll happen next.
I hope so, because I mean, there's a lot to your story. Yeah, there's a lot to you. I mean, you've been in the business 25+ years, and yeah, it's tough, you know, to really just knock it down to an hour for your story.
Yeah, I hope that could possibly be something that happens.
Yeah, and I want to congratulate you on being inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame last year. You're just the second hip hop artist to do so. When you're writing music, you're writing songs, do you find it easier or different? Do you take a different direction when you're writing a song for an artist, knowing that you're writing for them? Like, you know, they go to you, hey, Jermaine, can you write me this song? Or do you find it easier just to like freelance, free write? And then, you know, oh, I think this artist would be perfect for this song.
It depends. Sometimes it's big, you know, they got an idea that I feel like that's something I want to tackle. And then sometimes, you know, because sometimes you write a song before the artist come, they feel like it's not part of their story. Right. They feel like you got that energy from somewhere else. So a lot of the artists, they want to be a part of that person's mindset and that part of the story.
So what do you do sometimes when you know
part of the story?
Yeah, what do you do when you kind of have like writer's block a little bit? What do you do to kind of get yourself out of that?
Well, that's something I show in this documentary. Like I had writer's block when I was doing Confessions, where I have to get in the car sometimes and ride around and just listen to the music, but have a different scenery than just being in the studio. Or, you know, sometimes I just go to sleep, like, you know, go to sleep on it, and then while I'm asleep, it'll manifest itself, and when I wake up, I have the song in my, you know, I figured it out.
Yeah, it's crazy how it works like that, because I'm like that. My brain seems to keep going and working when I'm laying down and trying to go to sleep at night. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, on the BET Awards, Tyler Perry, you know, his speech, he was receiving the Icon Award, and he mentioned how us as African Americans in the entertainment business, we try to find a seat at the table instead of creating our own seat, creating our own lane, our own path. When you started So Def 20-some years ago in Atlanta, did you kind of have that same approach and that same mindset to it?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, I was determined to make it work from where I was coming from, because I was confused on why it couldn't and why wasn't it and why wouldn't it. So I was determined to answer those questions, answer my own questions.
Like I said, you've been in this business for 20+ plus years, I mean, is there like a moment where it just completely stands out for you, whether it's with an artist or something that you've accomplished?
Just at times when, I hear people say they were, like when I hear people say they was counting Mariah out, that's a moment where it's like, damn, I wasn't paying attention to that, but I was, blessed with the talent to help change the direction of what people were saying and the direction of what people thought was going to happen.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, she's like one of the best vocalists now of our time. That's crazy that they were ruling her out.
Yeah,
dang.
Totally.
Oh, man. So, so what would you say comparison from hip-hop when you first started to hip-hop today?
I would say being held accountable for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
People used to put a lot of people on trial for a lot of different things in hip hop that people get away with now.
Like what, for instance?
Just a bunch of things. Just from the dressing to people biting other people's styles. People just hip hop was just very much it was guarded a little differently when I was growing up than what it is now. It's a little bit more free-spirited than it ever was.
Okay, yeah. I kind of see what you're saying with that. You did a couple of days ago make a comment about the female rappers today. That's getting a little heated, conversation going. But I think you responded in a great way on Twitter. You mentioned you're like, let's just put it out there. Let's have a female cipher. So you announced kind of a So Def female cipher that you plan on doing and putting together. Do you have any more details on that? Do you have a set date or anything?
Nah, I'm just gonna drop the beat. I think probably I might drop it tonight, or tomorrow. I will. That's once I drop the beat, then it's on.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Wants to do it?
Yeah, for sure. I think that definitely would kind of put a hush to everything that's been going on, all the talks on the female rapper side.
Yeah, I mean like I said, as soon as I drop the beat, it's kind of like the Megatron challenge. Like the girls is doing that. Mm-hmm. They just doing it, and it's not really nobody. There's no timeline on it, so. It's kind of the same. Once I drop the beat, it's on whoever is on it to actually do it.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to see what happens with that. Thank you so much, JD, for talking with me. And Power, Influence, and Hip Hop, The Remarkable Rise of So Def. The documentary airs this Thursday, July 18th on WeTV. I'm so excited to see it. I'm so excited to see your story. And I think a lot of people are going to be really impressed with what you've done in the business. And thank you for everything you've done for hip hop and R&B. And you've really put in the time and just appreciate it.
All right, thank you.